Welcome back, everybody, to the Air Force Golf Show. I'm Dave Roberts.
Rudy J.
Hey, we're changing lives one swing at a time. We got a great show. We're going to talk about slow play and how it affects our golfers in the military because they're on limited time. We're going to talk about some PGA Championship, and also we're going to check in on Rudy and see how his quest to get better in 2026. So, folks, go ahead and pour yourself a cold one. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Air Force Golf Show. Welcome back, everybody, to the Air Force Golf Show. I'm Dave Roberts.
Rudy J.
Man, let's check in with your golf swing first. Let's get that out of the way.
Why you want to do this?
Because it's now sunshine down here in southern Texas.
No, it's hot.
But this is the best time to play. Would you play whether it's hot or cold?
I got about if I don't start by 10 a.m.
Oh, so you're the guy who shoots in the 70s, but not on the scorecard?
Right. No, if I can't get a tee time by 10 a.m. in Texas when it starts getting hot, I'll play next week. Because by about noon, 1 o'clock,
it is hot.
It's cooking.
Yeah, it's hot with a double T. But how's your game? I mean, is it getting better?
Progress. Great progress. Putting well, getting off the box, but now the irons. You know, you're never on the same page. I was playing my irons well, couldn't hit the driver. Now I'm hitting the driver well, putting well, but the mid to short irons, I'm kind of it's two different swings.
I got a fix for it. No, we're going to use the same swing, okay? Now that I know that you only want to do it in the morning, we'll mesh schedules together. We'll go out.
You play in the morning, don't you?
I play whenever.
See,
I'll play whenever. It's.
I'm talking crazy, but I will too.
No, but you know, I want you to be comfortable when we do this. So we'll do a lesson. We'll schedule it offline and mesh our schedule. Hey, 7:30 is fine with me. I'm up at 5 a.m. So yeah, I got to get up. I have guys all around the world that we're taking care of. So you know, my hours are not normal golf pro hours, but yeah. So you're doing that as scores getting better?
Scores are getting better because I'm putting better. Don't get me wrong. Like, you got to get to the green, but when you can not three putt, your scores go down.
That is true because, you know, there was a thing online I saw the other day. A guy was complaining. He goes, man, I hit the ball 320 yards. He says, I just can't score. And the guy said, well, how many putts you have around? He says, 36. Well, that's 2 putts every hole. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to hit it again.
Because you know he's not hitting every green, so he know he's going to go over.
And then the guy that says he's hitting at 330, he may be, but sometimes it's in the woods.
Yeah,
sometimes it's in the water. Right? Sometimes it's 280.
Yes.
You know, I've learned that. Like, you hit it 330 once. That doesn't mean you hit it 330. It's an average.
It was downwind.
Right.
And the green, the fairways were hard.
Fairway. Yeah, come on, man.
Well, that's good. Well, we're going to get together. We'll work on your irons and stuff like that. Our goal for you is to get down into the lower 80s and compete with the guys that you're playing with. And then
you get me to the lower 80s, I'll detail your car.
Yeah, no, I just want to see you smoking that cigar, taking all the cash from the buds. That's all I want.
I'm cutting back on the cigars.
Okay, well, that's good. I'm glad you're getting a little healthy in 2026.
I'm old, Dave. I'm getting old, man.
Well, yeah. Man, I was impressed when we went and did our tour and you had a busted ankle and, man, you were a troop.
Mamba mentality, Dave. Bringing
the Kobe out.
Yeah.
I like that.
Rest at the end.
Rest at the end. That's what I tell everybody. I'll sleep when I die, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm just going to keep on going. Hey, did you get a chance to watch the PGA Championship?
I did. Those greens were brutal. They were brutal.
Yes. And they were complaining, the top stars. Matter of fact, your guy Scotty said that it was totally unfair with some of the pins.
See, I do like this from Scotty because he's so robotic. You know, even after the Masters, he was like, you know, he said something after the Masters. So now this is 2 majors in a row where Scotty complains. It's weird, you know, but I like it because we ask these guys to be honest and we ask them to be personable. And then when they are, we're like, why is he crying? Well, y'all asked the man to start speaking and now he speaks and now you don't want to hear it. But it is always weird to hear the best players in the world moaning and groaning. I'm like, bro, y'all. I mean, you play golf for a living. It can't be that bad. But those greens and some of those pin placements, somebody was in a bad mood doing those pin placements.
Well, the PGA of America, not the PGA Tour, 2 separate entities.
It is 2 separate things. You got to specify that.
Right. They are the ones who pick it. They choose it. Everybody knows where they're at beforehand, so they can practice when they do the practice rounds. But the PGA of America lately, over the last 5-6 years, have toughened up the courses more like the U.S. Open because people were winning the PGA Championship, which is the prestigious major for the PGA of America. They're winning it at 20 under, and so they started mirroring the U.S.
It's like
Open.
a Bahamas tournament. Like, we don't want to see 20s under.
Right.
20 under. No, we don't want that. But at the same time, the pros have to ask themselves this. Okay, do y'all want us to mess with the golf balls? Or do y'all want us to make these pin placements a little tougher? Because when these guys are hitting it consistently 310, 330, 340 on and two everywhere they go. So they're like, okay, how do we combat that? Okay, y'all are complaining if we mess with the balls and take some of the distance and the velocity out of them. Okay, well then we got to do something. So I get where the PGA is coming from on that.
Well, where they set it up is they set up 6 easy pin positions that are go. We call them green
medium,
lights.
right?
Then you got yellows, 6 medium, and then you get 6 hard. So you get a variety of each. It just depends on, again, like when you play in the Masters of the U.S. Open, there's sometimes you just can't go at the flag. And these guys are used to playing at these 22 under. They want 26 under. They're shooting at the flag. They're sucking it back. And those greens are getting hard. They're faster than putting from the top of your hood ornament going down, So, it's a major. It should not be a regular tour event.
Fair.
It should be the best of the best. The cream comes to the top. Now, Aaron Rai, who won the PGA Championship,
what did he finish at?
He finished at 5 under. Fantastic round.
That's what they want. That's fair. That's like, okay, this is what a major should look like.
Right. When you have your top 15 are out of the whole field is the only one who are breaking par or at par, I think they've met their goal. Now, the U.S. Open is going to be a little tougher. If you get 1 or 2 under, like
golden.
J.J. Spawn, he made that long putt to go 2 under. That's it. I mean,
you're golden if you're under par at the U.S. Open.
Because the whole game is par. It's not called birdie 72. It's called par 72. We went through this before. Right?
I like that.
Par is what you shoot. So, but the thing that is out there that's on the PGA Tour and what it does bring, which leads into our next subject, is slow play. Because the harder the pins, the harder the golf course, those guys are only playing in twosomes and threesomes. It should not take them 4.5, 5 hours to play golf.
And they're the best in the world.
Yes. So us normal people don't have a shot.
Well, so there's a couple things. Number one, I do there's nothing worse than slow play, right? But at the same time, why don't we give them? And I know don't jump across the cow. Why don't we just give them rangefinders? You still got to hit the shot.
Because
why don't we just let them gun it?
In some events they can. Okay, but they're true to the game. If you saw
because I got to open. If they don't have them, they got to open the book.
The next time I see you, I'm going to bring you a yardage book. It's almost better than.
But that slows the game down.
No, because if you're looking at the yardage book, the caddy's actually looking at this first, and then he's already picking it up. There's information on there that it's to the front of the green, what it takes to cover the bunker, things that they've already covered. Okay, shooting a rangefinder, you say, okay, the flag is this. Well, how deep is the green? How much do you got to carry that front bunker to get? I mean, so you're going to do the same.
There's some notes in there that you need.
There's math already. With a yardage book, they go out during the practice rounds, and Bernhard Langer is the greatest. He used to do the golf course backwards. He would take his wheel and he would measure it. Him and his caddy, they would go backwards. And then like trouble spots and stuff, they would put notes on their book. Well, why do you think Bernhard Langer is one of the greatest champion golfers there is? I mean, the guy is well prepared. Okay. So there's a gentleman that is out on the tour who sells these yardage books that has a lot of the stuff already in there. Okay. So for all the newcomers who don't have the yardage books, this gentleman's out there. I think his name is Gypsy, okay? And they all have names out there, but he's a caddy.
Go see Gypsy, youngster.
Yeah, and that's what they do. And you can buy the yardage book. I actually have one from the Valero Texas Open when it was at La Cantera. There is more information on there that to the average golfer who doesn't know what they're looking at, it's going to blow their mind. So they're all there. They're just not in the digital world. They'll move along down the road. Right now, that's the only truest thing that's left in the game besides walking and wearing slacks for those gentlemen right there, okay? You take a look. The ball is hot. The clubs are hot. These guys are way more fit than they were a long time ago.
Way more.
I mean, Fuzzy Zeller, when he first came out, the late, great Fuzzy Zeller, I mean, he's coming out of the bar at 4. He's on the tee box at 7, shooting 66, okay?
My kind of guy.
Yeah, my kind of guy. And so now, I mean, they finish their round, they go to the fitness
Yeah.
and stuff. So this is
They got a weight routine before the round, a weight routine after.
I mean, come on, Scotty went and got busted and was in jail doing push-ups and sit-ups while he was waiting to get bailed out.
That is not normal to get booked and out.
But he made his tea time, and that's all that counts.
Anyways, that's a whole other show. That's a whole other show.
That's Scotty at number one. But that leads to, we're talking slow play. My motto is fast play makes fast friends.
I don't think you have to play fast. I think you just got to play mindful.
Well,
I'm okay with, like, if there's a group in front of you, that you're waiting on every time, then okay, we'll take our time. But if there's no one in front of you and y'all are just goofing off and not being mindful that the people behind you are waiting every single shot, that's, to me, is worse than actual slow play. Because some guys just play slow. They got a long routine or whatever. But when and we're out there to have a good time, but if there's someone pushing you, hey guys, somebody in the group is responsible for saying, hey guys, these guys are pushing us. Either we're going to let them play through or we're going to speed it up. And, we can have a good time in the clubhouse afterwards. Like, the people that I learned to play golf from taught me that a long time ago. Like, hey, you're not that good right now. You're just going to hit with us because it's a full golf course. So I don't think you got to play fast. You just got to play mindful. Well, be courteous.
Right. There's a gentleman who was in the PGA. His name is Ben Kern. He was the only PGA professional to make the cut. He's made a video. I've made a like item video. We didn't know that we were doing this, but we both made videos the same way.
You know Ben.
I do happen to know him.
Of course you do.
He used to teach in the Air Force a million years ago.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, so he's been through the system, and now he's up in Ohio, but he's a great golfer, +6 handicap. He is phenomenal, right? But he made a video. I've made the like item video of it, and it kind of makes fun and a parody of that guy who took the golf lesson, who uses a rangefinder, who then throws the grass up, and then he goes and he changes clubs, and then he goes back, he gets in his routine, he goes, no, it's not that club, and he walks back. So if you Google Ben Kern,
I gotta see this video. That's hilarious.
I'll send you my video because
that's hilarious.
I can just send it to you on the phone. It's very hilarious, but you know that guy.
Oh, I know a few of them. Or they'll walk the green with the legs open. What do they call that?
Yeah, that's aim point.
Aim point. I'm like, bro, you shoot in the 90s. If you don't get over this ball and putt it, you're going for a 97 on this putt. Just putt it.
You're plumb bobbing a 2-foot putt with I'm like here, and that's like a theodolite, folks, and that's a surveying tool it has a weight down there, and that's how you measure the angles. Well, that's what, when people are holding up their clubs, it's the exact same thing. And then you got the aim point where you're doing the fingers and they're stepping there. But what if I have a limp? I mean, that's not going to really work. So I'm thinking that's kind of...
Go to the top of the green, walk down to the ball, just feel it. I'm like, bro, come on, man.
Here's the thing. You act like when you walk up, you look, okay, we're the highest point. Then you look at the grain. Whatever way the grain is growing, the ball's going to go that way. Act like you're pouring a pitcher of water on the green. Whatever way it's going, that's which way it's going to break, okay? That is the simple method for everybody that I would recommend. And the reason I bring up slow play is because, out on the military bases, the 1630 formation, which is 430 in civilian life, they finish their formation. They don't want to go out and go relax. And they don't have time to go out there and play 18 holes. And one of the stigmas in golf is slow play. They want to go out and play a quick 9, get home, be for the family and stuff like this. And when you've got that person who is out there who dresses like he's sponsored by a major company and got a Walmart swing,
Get me started on that guy. All right.
We got plenty of them that go out there and they look cute. I can't even say good. It's cute because it's kind of like, dude, really, seriously?
It was the same way with basketball. You go to basketball, dude got the best shoes, best shorts.
Well, there's only one shoes in basketball.
Can't play that. Can't play
Jordans. Come on,
Can't
man.
play
I even got Jordan's golf shoes, dude.
You got some Jordan golf shoes?
Heck yeah, man.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
He's like my all-time favorite basketball player. And he also plays golf. So
he does
that's
a lot.
That's
he plays a lot of golf.
A lot of golf. But back to the
numbers for the Airmen and the Guardians.
The Airmen,
get in and get out.
They don't have that time. In the afternoons on the weekends, they want to go out and play, and they don't need the old cigar smoking, cardigan wearing old man who's out there.
Attacked.
And he's out there hawking golf balls and really doesn't need it because you go to his garage and he got probably about 2,000 balls in there. He doesn't know what he's going to do with them. And then what it does, it puts a black eye on the game. And then people don't want to go play. And so we're trying to work on that perception because the United States Golf Association, they came out with a survey a couple of years ago, and they were getting information from all the golf courses, and they finally came up with a formula based on par threes, par fours, and par fives. And if you have 4 par threes, 4 par fives, and the rest are par fours, which is a standard golf course, you should be able to play between 4 hours and 4 hours and 15 minutes.
I totally agree. And look, if it's a scramble and someone's paying for me, I'll go. But if I'm paying, I'm like gotten turned off to scrambles because it takes 6 hours. Now I know most of the time we're doing it for a charity, right, Dave?
Right.
So we're doing it for a good cause. So I don't want to be rude about it, but scrambles take too long. They take too long. And then you're selling mulligans. Again, we're doing it for charity. And each team, even though they bought 5, they got 20 mulligans.
Oh, yeah.
They're re-putting everything. And it's like, I just feel like there's a few things that we could all do as Sunday hackers. Like, I know you're supposed, if you hit it out of bounds, you're supposed to re-tee, right?
We call it the friendly neighbor rule.
Yeah.
Now, the USGA came up with something for a local rule because of that, okay? Because that's one of the most unfair rules, because it's stroke and distance, and you don't want the long walk of misery back to the tee box.
Yeah.
So what they did is they said a local rule is that wherever you hit it out of bounds, you can take it out to the edge of the fairway with a 2-stroke penalty. So you hit your tee shot. You hit your tee shot. Then you take 2 strokes, which is a penalty stroke and what would bend that other shot. And now you're playing 4 from the edge of the fairway just to speed up play.
I don't want to take 2. I'll take 1.
Well, think about it. If you took 1 in distance, you're hitting 3 off the box. You're going to play there 4 anyway.
Oh, got you.
But the stigma of 2 strokes, people are like, oh, know. And so it's not a bad deal. It does save play, the pace of play a little bit. But I think where we lose all of our strokes is, as you mentioned earlier in the show, is around the green. These guys get so deliberate. They mirror their favorite PGA Tour player. They're doing the aim point. They're walking around 4 corners. And this guy's shooting 95. It's not helping because actually he doesn't know what he's looking at. He's just playing the part.
Right.
And what he needs is really a golf lesson. That's what he needs, to actually know how to read a green.
We'll spend $400 on a driver. Spend a couple $100 on some lessons.
Oh, they never will. There's a cartoon out a while back. It was the line for the newest clubs and the line for a lesson, and the newest clubs were the ones that there's one guy in this one, and there's like 50.
I love that.
And
I
so
love
you're
that.
like, no.
But no, we got to get, especially on the military bases, which, bringing it full circle, be mindful.
You have to, because you also have the dependents that come out and play. When we have leagues, I'll give you a classic example. Hurlburt has the Wednesday night scramble.
And where's Hurlburt?
It's over in Florida.
Gotcha.
Gator Lakes, home of the big gators.
Big boys.
The big gators, right? They have what they call the Pizza Scramble.
Yes.
You got to be on and off that golf course in 2 hours and 15 minutes. And they usually have 60 to 70 players.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Look, par is your friend, buddy. If you ain't making a birdie, let's
get out of here.
There is no mulligans.
Yeah.
I think, as you mentioned, mulligans, and people fudge on the mulligans, right? They might buy 2 mulligans, but they're using 4, or he's like, hey, you haven't used yours. I'm going to use yours because I'm a better player and stuff. And then so you get to some of the tougher golf courses that are around, and you could be out there all day. Hey, do you want a small bucket of balls to go along with that shot? I mean, that's just the way that is.
I can't. Oh, you want a breakfast ball? We just started, man. It's 7:30. Hit another one. I'm like, what are we doing?
Well, mulligan came off
the golf guys mulligan. Are watching us. No, I don't want a breakfast ball. I'm going to get penalized by the golf guys later on if I just start. Oh, let me hit another, man. Come on. I was talking. Or that car honked. Like, no, man, let's just go.
Greg Higo, who got the 2-stroke penalty for being late to the tee box, they show up late.
How late?
He showed up 1 second late.
1 second.
Right, because his tee time was like at 7:19. He was dilly-dally around on the putting green. His caddy, he said, look, we got to go. His caddy walks to the tee box. It's 7:19. You're not standing there. He's already called. When he calls that first name next on the number 1 tee box, you're late. And he comes strolling up.
Would they have done that to Rory or Scotty?
Yes.
For 1 second. You believe that?
Yes.
Because, winners get to do what they want. I think they would have been like, oh, no, I think he was just...
No, because we're on a strict timeline. When I host the junior tournaments, like I did this weekend, I have to be exactly on that time.
Like on the button.
It has to be on the button. And we're at 9-minute intervals. And so we were at the Hyatt Hill Country this weekend doing a South Texas PGA Junior event. Okay, the first hole is almost drivable, but I have to wait
until they
those 9 minutes. Okay, whether they played it fast, played it not, 9 minutes we're teeing you off. You've got to be there 10 minutes prior to your time. You have to get your scorecard. You need to have the briefing of the day, special rules like the one I just told you about. Like what we did is we played all tree areas, red penalty areas. That's why you go to the tee box early. Well, you go back to the normal, what we're talking about, just normal golf, right? And not the PGA Championship or any of my events, okay? But the average golfer, how many times you seen that guy rolling up, his shirt's untucked, belt flying down?
Guilty.
You know, he probably pulls off and his bag falls off because he's in a hurry because he didn't prepare.
Right.
And then all of a sudden what happens is then you hold up
the whole
the other
course.
Group. So let's snowball this. You hold up the next group 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so they're 3 to 4 minutes behind. And then somebody down the road has another one. Now you're at 8 minutes behind. So by the time you get about 2 hours in, you're now 30 minutes behind.
Great point, Dave.
Okay, this is not a doctor's appointment. Okay, this is golf. We have a tee time for a reason. Okay.
Well, see, this is what I learned. I learned you have a few buddies. If the tee time is 9:12, you tell them it's 8:45.
Yes.
I have a couple buddies that I do like that. And every now and then they'll get there on time and they're like, I thought we were 8:45. Oh man, they push us back. Like, hey man, you're always like right on time. Like, hey man, I'm pulling in. Dude, we tee off right now. You telling me you pulling in. That means you got to get out. You still got to pay. Like, no. So I had to, there's a few friends that you tell the tee time is about 15 minutes earlier than it.
Well, I will throw my cousin under the bus, and he's a lawyer, okay? He is the worst about it. I mean, we have to tell him 30 minutes ahead of time, this is what his tee time is. Because he's that guy who's still like, trying to get dressed, putting the shoes on, they're untied, his bag is looking ragged, he hadn't warmed up, then he wants to take 2 off the box.
Yeah.
And you're like,
he wants his breakfast ball. Like, dude,
you're already late.
Yeah, no, sir, not at all.
So what we've done is we've tried to combat this in our military community. All our golf courses now have times, how long it should play a hole. Now, we don't have the GPS units, so what we tell everybody, hey, folks, our average pace of play, 2 hours and 5 minutes per 9 holes. Now, we give them a little buffer, but 2 hours and 5 minutes, if you keep up with the group in front of you, everything should be fantastic. If you fall out of pace for any reason at all, play a little ready golf, which is, folks,
everyone should be playing ready golf.
When it's your turn, whether it's on the tee box or the fairway, you're going to hit it. But don't do that on the green, okay? Because you know what? I'd rather you hit it 300 yards in 2 shots than 4 putting from 20 feet and looking like last year's Ryder Cup. Okay, we don't want any of that. Okay, I'd rather you, if you're ready on the tee box, if you're ready in the fairway, or you're chipping, let's go ahead, get it done, because you might be looking through your rangefinder or something. Or the guy's throwing up grass for the 13th time. Go ahead and hit. Let's speed it up. But when you get to the green, all right, instead of walking around 4 times, just slow down a little bit, putt out, do your 2 putts, and what we call continuous putting. If you're 6 inches from the hole, don't mark it.
Yeah.
Just tap it in or pick it up. Now, and I hate that picking it up stuff because that's a whole nother conversation.
But if I'm putting for birdie, I'm waiting.
Right. But if it's 6 inches.
I need everybody to see this. So I'm like, first of all, and I can do that, Dave, because I'm not putting for birdie often. So when I am, I'm going to make a spectacle of it. I'm going to mark it. I'm going to step back. Y'all go ahead, man. Y'all are out. But I need y'all all to see this birdie attempt. So, but it's not often.
But it's okay. It's just those folks that are putting for a double bogey and then they're going to mark it. And then once they mark it, they're going to go through their whole entire routine that they saw on TV again. Dude, it's 6 inches. Tap it in, blow it in, kick it in. I don't care. Let's move on to the next hole. And I give you that classic example is I was at one of our bases recently, and we were playing, and we had 2 AGF, which is our version of annual green fee members. And we had 2
green fee members. Okay.
We call them AGFs. And then we had 2 guests. And it got a little irritating because the AGF guys should have been pleasing up the guests, but the guests decide they want to go ball hawk on every hole. And we're sitting.
What do you mean? They're trying to go find balls?
Yes, they're like, while that guy's hitting, he's way off, and then he's got to come all the way over here to hit his ball. And we're like, dude,
are you serious?
They turned a 3 hour and 45-minute round into like 4:45. We sat on every box. And then the one hole that we played during the scramble, hole number 11, you just don't want to sit and watch the water for 15 minutes while you're looking, while they're up there goofing around. He's in the pond, ball
and you're their guest, so you don't want to be rude.
Right.
But at the same time, come on, guys.
Yes.
And I get it. Like if your shot is over there, let's say your shot's right by the woods and you're waiting to hit,
Right.
and you see a couple balls, go grab them. But to walk 30 yards to go and pick up some balls, come on, I'll give you some.
Then that's what
I got plenty in my bag. You can have. I'll give you a couple sleeves.
But the position that I'm in, I just keep it kind of quiet. So when the marshal comes by, I gave him that token 4 golf balls. Say, hey, why don't you go give that to the guys up there? They have PGA Hope on them. Just tell them courtesy of the golf pro. But keep it moving, man. Let's move forward. Let's stop moving backwards. And we don't want to see your taillights. We want you to just get on out. Let's see the dust. And it's funny is because they were on one of the holes that butts up against the driving range. Well, he's walking on the edge of the driving range, seeing whether they're range balls or good balls. So he walks out, and I said, this guy walked out like Roger Rabbit. Instead of packed here, they were all packed in his pocket where he's picking up balls. I'm like, dude, he's stealing from the golf course.
Yeah, because that's on the range.
So I called the pro shop and say, hey, man, you need to go get the course marshal out there. Hey, this guy, he's going to be rolling to 10 pretty soon. I mean, come on, man. He's taking balls,
Yeah, hey, you can't be stealing from one of my courses. You wasn't having that, huh, Dave?
No, I wasn't having that. But, I sit there and I monitor this, and I do discuss it with, the golf professionals at the golf course at a later date, that if I come in, I look into the eyes of a customer. I don't look as a golf pro. Okay. And so if I'm a customer and I've got to sit and wait, then I'm not going to really want to be out there, especially when it starts getting hot. I don't want to be out there. And so I think the better we can please ourselves with having our customers understand that playing fast and playing golf with a purpose. I know we're out here just to relax, but play golf with a purpose. Don't go out there and lollygag around. Sit in your golf cart at your shot, and you're still fumbling around the music on and stuff.
Yes.
You're on your phone reading and stuff, and you saw no phone zone except I had that emergency, so I had to go take care of that. Look, I'm out here to go play golf. If you want to go watch your phone, go sit on your couch. Okay. I don't want to be out here all day because of you. Right. I have things that I have a life. Okay. And I want to.
And you can still have fun playing that way. You can still have fun with some pace.
Yes.
It's still a good time. You're just, you want to keep the course moving. And the marshal's job, I wouldn't want that job because I've seen some marshals get barked at, and because he's doing his job. The marshal, sometimes people will call the marshal on you, and the marshal's like, hey, man, I'm getting some complaints. And I've had, associates really bark at the marshal. Like, hey, man, I paid $89 to be out here. What do you keep coming up to us? Why are you only coming up to us?
It is how
the marshal job is not a job that I want.
And what I teach and train my marshals is to be more of a course ambassador and tell that story. So I'd go, hey, Rudy, hey, I know it looks like you're a little bit behind, but when you're driving down 281, you get that little traffic jam. Well, guess what? You're that car.
You in the left
because
lane
they're visualizing
in the left lane going 60, man. Get out the left lane.
So then all of a sudden they visualize, are we holding up the course? And they usually ask that. Oh, so are we holding up? Yeah, why don't you just play a little ready golf for the next couple of holes? And if they're really bad, I'll say, hey, here, next hole. Okay, let's just alleviate all this. Okay. When you finish the next hole, I want you to just go automatically to 100-yard marker. It's going to be the best drive you hit all day, and play it from the 100-yard marker. And that'll give you 8 minutes to catch back up. And you're still playing your entire round. Just say your drive went to the 100-yard marker. So there are ways around it that you can diffuse it.
I like that idea, actually.
I went to a golf course where they had red golf carts, and they had men in red on their golf marshals. Men in red? Really? Seriously? Why don't you put a siren up there?
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, man.
No,
I don't want to do that. No.
But I think we're getting there because of the courses are getting packed. There's different ways of changing intervals, but then that takes away from the revenue.
But because you're getting younger and the attention spans are different, you have to keep these courses, especially on military base. You got to keep them moving. Because if, you get, 22 to 26-year-old foursome out there and it takes them 5 hours to play, it's a good chance they may not want to come back. Like, man, it was a good time, but we're out there from noon till 5 o'clock. And then, so you got to be mindful of where the game is going.
And I totally agree. And that's one of our goals in 2026. We did another 1.3 million rounds.
Another
bases. Yes. And so
it's a golf clap.
That's telling you that
rounds.
Yes. And so that's telling that all of our bases are still growing And with the population of golfers, okay, more people are taking up the game, especially the 18, 34-year-olds, which is mostly the airmen. So it's good to teach them that, yes, socialize, but let's do it with a purpose. And then that way more people will enjoy the experience, because it's not the guys that are doing it, because they're all having fun. It's the people behind them. And that's the ones we get scared that we're going to lose. They're going to get disinterested, because like at Top Golf, you got an hour or you got 2 hours.
You're right.
It's over.
Good point.
Okay. Golf course, like you said, I have paid for this. And the worst thing is, them guys going to the blue tees, dude, you ain't got no business going to go. Why don't you go play from the golds? Why don't you go play from the red, which I don't call them ladies tees. I call them express tees.
I had a starter tell me to move up.
Yes.
And he wasn't being rude about it. He was like, hey, how good are you? And I was like, I'm 18 to 22. He was like, you want to have a good time? I was like, absolutely. That's why I'm here. He said, why don't y'all move up a box?
See,
and we said, you know what? Appreciate it. And we had a much better time. And we're all playing from there. So let's say you are playing for a couple bucks. We're all playing from the same box. You don't get anything extra for playing from the tip. I never play the tips. Never, ever play the tips. But I was already one in, and he was like, why don't you go up one more? And had a fantastic time. Hit some shots that like, oh, wow, that was a good shot. And then it builds confidence. So when you do move back, you're still swinging with that same confidence. So I appreciate starters being honest.
See, and you just preached with Jack Nicklaus, one of the greatest golfers to ever play the game. He has a initiative called Play It Forward.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that.
It's play it forward. Go play it forward. Put your ego in the back pocket. Go up there and enjoy yourself. You're not out there to, break your mind because you're so mad when you get off the golf course, because that's not fun. And then why do you want to do it?
Absolutely.
So, folks, hey, look, it's been about 30 minutes. We're going to need to wrap this puppy up. This is the fastest 30 minutes in golf. I love
this. Fast 30 minutes of my week.
I enjoy talking with you. I love watching your journey. We're going to get out there. We'll get offline and get some golf lessons and work your iron play. Go out and play a little bit. I know you got the pass now, so we can.
I do have a pass.
So we can get you going. And don't forget, folks, you can play any of the military golf courses in the Air Force. All you have to do is get a pass from the golf manager. It'll take about 3 or 4 days to get it. You can pick it up at Security Forces, and then you can get on base and use our MWR activities. So with that being said, folks, we're going to wrap this show up. I'm Dave Roberts.
I'm Rudy J.
Hey, this is Air Force Golf Show, and we save lives one swing at a time.